The first American Special Forces incursion into the tribal areas, ground forces, was on September 2nd. What were the Americans thinking they would find on the ground? Who were they attacking? And how come they had ground intelligence in the tribal areas, considering that they even have no agents inside the Waziristans, for instance?
To put this action of American forces in right perspective, so we can, safely use hard pursuit. There was a group of insurgents, militant, or terrorists, whatever you call, who attacked on Afghan side in Paktia on American forces when they were retreating and escaping inside Pakistan, the other side of the border. They were chased by Americans, and then during the chase, they called their air support. So they were simply followed from air. And then at certain place, these chasers in helicopters lost the sight, and they lost these people, and they had some kind of understanding that might be these people entered into certain compounds. Those were raided, where they found no one.
Were the Americans attacking the house of Jalaluddin Haqqani, the famous Mujahideen from the 80s, the Afghan jihad in the 80s? Is that true?
Yeah, they did. It is confirmed that his house was attacked in North Waziristan, close to Miran Shah, where two of his wives, the Jalaluddin Haqqani's wives, are killed with some kids, and also some guests.
And these guests were probably Arabs.
There is a possibility of Arabs because the first report, which was afterward not confirmed by Taliban at least, but some Pakistani sources are confirming that so-called Al-Qaeda leader, head of Al-Qaeda for Pakistan, was present and was killed.
Yeah, but he was not.
We don't have a confirmed report, but there are some Pakistani sources who are telling us about it. The possibility is, and we still not heard anything from Haqqani family.
This indicates that the Americans seem to have at least a measure of ground intelligence in the Waziristans.
Sure, they do. They do, and they have cultivated some communities. And you know one thing in tribal areas, it is not all about Taliban.
Can you give us a breakdown of the main actors in the tribal areas? Americans would put it as insurgency. In fact, it's a guerrilla war against what they see as foreign occupation and interference.
We have one group called Taliban, and then they formed their alliance called Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, which is headed by Baitullah Masood, who is based in South Waziristan. Baitullah Masood is an old associate of Taliban from the times of when they were ruling Kabul. He was part of Taliban. He was a lower or middle level individual among them. And after the fall of Taliban in result of 9/11 attacks on the United States, the whole Taliban force was disintegrated or scattered. So Baitullah Masood came back, started organizing Taliban support in Masood tribes. There are two major tribes in South Waziristan. One is called Ahmad Zai Wazir and other is Masoods. So in Waziristan, he started organizing Masood people.
So Masood is basically the emir of South Waziristan nowadays.
He is not only the emir, because he expanded himself very, very extensively in other parts of tribal areas. Then they formed an alliance of different groups. So now he's Amir of Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan. Then among Taliban, there's another group called Local Tehreek-e-Taliban of Pakistan, which is headed by another guy called Qari Gul Bahadur, who is based in Mir Ali, North Waziristan. He has his other big supporter and ally who is based in South Waziristan in Wazir areas, and his bases are in Wana. His name is Mullah Nazir. One group which is led by Baitullah Masood is associated with Uzbeks, especially Islamic movement of Uzbekistan. They had bases on the Wazir parts in a village called Shigai, and they were operating from there under the command of Kari Tahir Yildiz.
So what do they want? They want an emirate in the tribal areas, basically?
They do talk about Sharia rule. Wherever a group stands and demand for Sharia rule, they go and help. Swat is one of the very explicit example. Swat Valley is a just normal Pakistani settled district, and there is a guy called Fazlullah who just raised himself and started demanding for Sharia rule. So Baitullah Masood and his other comrades from Bajoda's agency came and they are supporting him.
So do they get together and establish like a long-term strategy? All these different leaders?
I think they already are following a long-term strategy. They are expanding themselves in other areas bit by bit with a very sort of a steady policy. Now they are messing up inside Peshawar. They have sent there a lot of fighters, hundreds, under the guise of madrasa student, and they are residing there. And whenever they will need, they can activate them. They are sleeper cells.
But it's far-fetched to say that they want to take over Peshawar, which is a 2 million city.
Taking over of Peshawar maybe is not their target. It is about creating a safe haven in that city to be able to use the modern facilities of communication and transportation and supplies. And recruitment and generating more resources.
So this ultimately means that the Americans should need a permanent base in Peshawar if they want to prosecute this next stage of the war on terror.
This will rather complicate the situation. If American got a permanent base, then these fighters got a permanent target. They will continue, and this will definitely energize other communities in the city against America. Those already have not good views towards America. Right now, we have very credible information that these Taliban groups are showing up in different mosques and contacting common people, inviting them to join their struggle. And one of their major point in this invitation is that now Americans are attacking us, putting this example of 2nd September, the incursions. So this is where they are exploiting common people, that Americans are now going to attack us.